Good morning, it's Grandma Roseanne and we're going to make tortillas. We're going to make flour tortillas because they are so good when they're homemade, and you guys, they're so easy to make. You can go buy them in a store, but the quality is nowhere near as good as when you create them. So in here I have 4 cups of flour, and wait till you see how easy this is. 4 cups of flour, 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder, 2 teaspoons of salt, and just mix that up a little bit. You're going to be shocked at how easy this is. To this we need 6 tablespoons of shortening. Two, 4, and 6. And I'm out of shortening. Now, in the beginning, I get in there with my hands and I just start mixing it up because there's pretty big clumps in there. What I do then is I like using my little pastry gizmo here because it just cuts it up really, really nice. But you can do the whole thing with your hands. All you're trying to do is just get it to where it's almost like sand, okay? Doesn't take very long. It doesn't take very long if you use shortening, lard, or butter that is at room temperature. Oh. If it's not at room temperature, you can allocate another 10 minutes. So you just want to get in there, make sure it's all incorporated, which it is. 2 cups of hot water. And then you just start mixing it all together. You want to get, I'm using a bench scraper, you guys. It just makes life so much easier. If you don't have a bench scraper, I mean, you can buy them for like 50 cents. They're wonderful. Okay, now, this is important. You're going to dump it out onto your counter. Here, now what's important here, don't add any more flour. You're going to want to in the beginning, but don't. With my bench scraper, which is so handy, I'm going to start kneading this. And it's very sticky right now. Do you see that? That's what it's supposed to be. Alexa, time 5 minutes.
Good morning, Roseanne. 5 minutes, starting now.
She's so nice. She calls me Rosin. I told her one day, she calculated something for me. I don't remember what it was. And I was so happy with it. And I said, Alexa, I love you. And she said, I love you too, Rosin. Oh, all right. Now, I will tell you, you're going to want to set a timer. Because after you do this for 2 minutes, you're going to think, oh, that's 5. I'm good. It's not 5. So what you want to do is set that timer so you're sure that you have gotten the full 5 minutes in there, because what you're doing right now is you're developing the gluten. And that's kind of an important step. But can you see already how that dough is responding? It's not even sticky anymore. Someone asked me the other day how I decided what I was going to make, and it's really funny because it's predicated on probably 3 things. Number 1, I've never made it before and it looks exciting and I'm so anxious to try it. Number 2, I think it's a recipe that you would enjoy, and maybe I have found a simplified version, or I found a more, more enjoyable end result in a recipe. And number 3, I just want to flip and eat it. That's all. So when I finish making tortillas today, I have had a craving, oh my word, for a chocolate cake. And I have really good recipe for a chocolate cake. So when I finish tortillas, I'm making a chocolate cake. So you might just want to watch that too. Oh, this dough is beautiful. Look at that. No sticky. You get over here. What are you doing flying over there? Do you see how easy using a bench scraper? And I've got a pliable one, okay? I do have bench scrapers that are metal. I have some that are very hard plastic, and every one of them has its own distinctive purpose. But for kneading something, if you're making bread, and I hope you are, I have a great recipe for an artesian loaf that you might enjoy. But using a bench scraper makes life so much easier. All right, there we have it. Now you want to put it back in your bowl. I'm going to spray the top with just a little bit of oil just because I don't want it to stick. You want to cover it tightly. And we're going to let it rest for 20 minutes. I'll be back after I clean up my mess. Okay, our 20 minutes is up. Time for us to make some little balls out of these. So what you're going to do is just take as much dough as you would like the size of your tortilla to be. And considering these all cook separately, it really doesn't matter that they are all the same size. Like when you're baking something, you need everything to be the same size for the cooking time. Here you don't need that. Oh boy, this dough is nice, you guys. And this made 12 tortillas. Now I am going to use a little bit of flour to roll this out. And this is where you're going to see how I absolutely cannot roll anything into a circle. I have watched some Hispanic women who have rolled these into perfect circles. And then I tried to do it and they laughed at me because mine turned out kind of looking like the state of Florida. I can't roll them right, but you know what? When you're eating them, nobody seems to care about the shape. So I'm okay with that. Now you roll this out as thin as you would like, but not so thin that you rip it like I just did. But everything can be repaired. Well, I have to tell you, this is more round than anything I have ever made. I think it was peer pressure. I knew you were watching. All right. Now you're going to want this skillet almost smoking hot. And then lay your tortilla in there. And you'll start seeing bubbles pop up from that baking soda. Just flip it over. Probably just like a minute and a half on each side will be sufficient. I have perfect tortilla. Perfect tortilla. So excited. All right, I'm going to do the rest of these and then I'll be back. All right, well, here we are. We have a dozen tortillas, flour tortillas that are pliable. Oh, they smell wonderful and they taste fantastic. So listen, I hope you will give it a try. They're wonderful. You can roll them up, make little burritos out of them, have refried beans with them, eat them with eggs in the morning, whatever you like. They're just a wonderful little bread to have around. So thank you. If you have not subscribed as yet and you would enjoy doing that, press the little button, come back anytime, hit the bell so you'll know when I'm recording again. And I'll leave all the ingredients below. Thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and thank you so much for having spent part of your day with me. Bye. Oh, good.